In the heart of New York City, 1986, a group of men in sharp suits walked into one of Wall Street's most prestigious financial institutions. They were not ordinary businessmen. They were members of the notorious Gambino family. As the sun set over the city that never sleeps, the Wall Street bulls and bears were unaware of the cunning predators that had entered their arena. The Gambino family, one of the 5 families of the American Mafia, had decided to play the game of numbers, stocks, and shares. The Gambino family's infiltration into Wall Street was not a random act of audacity. It was a meticulously planned operation, a series of fraudulent schemes aimed at milking the golden cow of Wall Street. The family manipulated stock prices, orchestrated insider trading, and even set up a fake company to siphon off millions. Their tactics were bold, audacious, and most importantly, successful. They were able to pull off one of the most significant financial frauds of the decade, right under the noses of Wall Street's elite. This audacious act sent shockwaves through society. The world of high finance was no longer just the playground of the rich and the powerful. It had become a hunting ground for the mafia. But while this audacious act shocked society, it also marked a significant evolution in the world of organized crime. The traditional mafias, known for their Godfather-style operations, drug trafficking, gambling, and protection rackets, had started to adapt to the modern economy. The infiltration of Wall Street was not an isolated incident. It was a sign of changing times. The Gambino family's Wall Street operation was the opening salvo in a new era of organized crime. It marked the shift from the old world mafia, ruled by the iron fist and the Tommy gun, to a new form of gangster capitalism. A world where the mafia's power came not from the barrel of a gun, but from the manipulation of numbers and financial markets. This was only the beginning of a new era of organized crime, a shift from the Godfather-style mafias to modern gangster capitalism. The world of organized crime has evolved dramatically since the days of Al Capone and the Corleone family. The mid-20th century mafia, marked by its violent turf wars and illegal gambling operations, is a far cry from the sophisticated economic crimes we see today. Let's take a walk down this dark alley of history. The traditional mafia, with its roots in Italy, was a product of the early 20th century. It thrived on bootlegging during the Prohibition era, racketeering, and violent power struggles. The mobsters of this era were infamous for their brutal, hands-on approach to business. However, as the world stepped into the latter half of the 20th century, the mafia began to evolve. The advent of technology and globalization played pivotal roles in this transformation. The mafia, always adept at exploiting new opportunities, saw the potential in these developments. The face of organized crime began to change, from the rough-and-tumble gangsters of yore to the smooth corporate criminals of today. A significant turning point was the mafia's infiltration of Wall Street in the late 70s and early 80s. This marked a shift from physical violence to economic manipulation. The mafia began to understand that they could wield power not just through fear and intimidation, but through money and influence as well. Today, the criminal activities of the mafia are less about street corners and more about corner offices. They have swapped their Tommy guns for laptops and their illegal gambling dens for online casinos. The mob has diversified into a range of economic crimes, from securities fraud and money laundering to cybercrime. The modern mafia is a chameleon, constantly adapting to the changing economic landscape. They have moved away from their violent past, choosing instead to blend into the world of legitimate business. This evolution has made them more dangerous and elusive than ever before. As the world changed, so did the mafia, trading Tommy guns for laptops and speakeasies for online casinos. Today, the mafia operates in a world far removed from the smoky backrooms and dimly lit alleys of old. In their relentless pursuit to stay ahead of the law, these criminal organizations have adapted to the digital age, venturing into the murky waters of cybercrime. They deploy sophisticated hacking techniques to compromise systems, steal identities, and even manipulate stock markets. But their innovation doesn't stop at cybercrime. They've also tapped into the world of cryptocurrencies. These digital currencies, with their promise of anonymity, have become a preferred choice for laundering ill-gotten gains, making the tracking of these transactions a daunting task for authorities. Furthermore, the mafia has also infiltrated legitimate businesses. From restaurants to construction firms, these organizations serve as fronts, providing a veneer of respectability while facilitating criminal activities. The mafia has always been a chameleon, blending into its environment, and in the 21st century, it's no different.